What did Plato get wrong when he described the island of Atlantis? Today, let's discuss 6 things Plato got wrong about Atlantis. Plato was an ancient Greek philosopher who described the island of Atlantis in his philosophical works. Although Plato wrote about Atlantis around 360 BC, people are still debating over what he got right or wrong about the island. So today, let's discuss 6 things Plato got wrong about Atlantis. Number 6. Atlantis was an island. According to Plato, Atlantis was an actual island. He said the island was bigger than Libya and Egypt put together and was visible from the Strait of Gibraltar. However, no one has ever found any trace of such an island, leading many people to believe that Atlantis was never real. Plato could have written a fictional story based on a small island, or maybe he could have gotten his sources wrong. There's a possibility that an island existed where Plato mentioned it, but due to natural disasters like earthquakes and tsunamis, the island sank into the ocean. No. 5. Atlantis had walls. Plato mentioned that the walls of Atlantis were 250 feet thick and surrounded the entire island. However, these walls have never been found either, which makes many people question the authenticity of Plato's story. But perhaps we are looking at the wrong places when searching for the walls. It is possible that the walls of Atlantis could have been made of stone hinges instead of concrete or mud bricks. So if we are looking for walls made out of concrete, we may be looking at the wrong thing altogether. 4. Atlantis was ruled by a king. Plato also described Atlantis as being ruled by a king named Atlas. Atlas was said to have been the first king of the island. He was known for his wisdom and intelligence. However, there is no historical evidence to support the existence of such a king or the fact that Atlantis was ever ruled by a monarchy. Even though Atlantis may have been ruled by a king, there's a chance that the kingship was only temporary. A king ruling Atlantis for 27 generations for more than 1,000 years seems unbelievable, especially during those times. There weren't any records of lineage like there are now. 3. Atlantis was destroyed by a tsunami. According to Plato, Atlantis was destroyed by a massive tsunami that struck the island and caused it to sink into the ocean. However, there is no evidence of a tsunami or any other natural disaster that could have caused such destruction. Furthermore, if such a disaster had occurred, there would have been evidence of it in the form of sediment deposits or other geological formations. But once again, there aren't any traces of such events anywhere. However, this doesn't mean that a tsunami didn't hit the island, because even if it did, it's possible that the tsunami erased all the evidence. It is also possible that Plato exaggerated the size of the island and the number of people who lived there. Number 2. Atlantis was home to 10,000 talents of gold. According to Plato, Atlantis was incredibly wealthy and had vast quantities of gold and precious metals. However, there is no evidence of any such wealth ever existing on the island. Moreover, the unit of measurement used by Plato, known as a talent, is ambiguous and could refer to either weight or a length measurement. Furthermore, the value of gold has fluctuated throughout history, making it difficult to determine the actual worth of Atlantis' supposed wealth. Since Plato never specified how much a talent weighed, historians and researchers have difficulty determining how much gold Atlantis actually possessed. 1. Atlantis was a paradise. Plato described Atlantis as being a paradise on earth with lush vegetation, abundant wildlife, and a perfect climate. However, there is no evidence to support this idyllic view of the island. Furthermore, if Atlantis was truly a paradise, it is unlikely that its inhabitants would have engaged in the warlike activities described by Plato. Plato may have exaggerated the advanced state of Atlantean technology and its citizens' knowledge. While the Atlanteans may have been more advanced than other civilizations of their time, it is unlikely that they possessed the level of technology described by Plato. For instance, he described the Atlanteans as having chariots that were powered by wings. However, such technology was not feasible at the time, and there is no evidence that it ever existed. Therefore, it is possible that Plato exaggerated the advanced state of Atlantean technology and its citizens' knowledge. In conclusion, the legend of Atlantis has fascinated people for centuries, while Plato's writings provide a glimpse into the beliefs and values of ancient Greek culture. His description of Atlantis should be viewed as a literary device rather than a historical account. The lack of evidence supporting the existence of Atlantis suggests that it was a product of Plato's imagination. Nonetheless, the story of Atlantis continues to capture the human imagination and serves as a reminder of the power of storytelling and the enduring appeal of the unknown. Let us know in the comments below what else you think Plato got wrong about Atlantis. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos about ancient civilizations. As we wrap up this discussion on Atlantis, it's important to remember that while Plato's writings have shaped our understanding of the lost city, they are just that, writings. We must approach his descriptions with a critical eye, recognizing that they may be more myth than reality. The allure of Atlantis lies in its mystery and the possibility that there may be more to the story than meets the eye. While we may never uncover the truth behind the lost city, the search itself is a journey that can teach us about our world and our place in it. The legend of Atlantis has captured the imaginations of people for centuries, inspiring countless theories, stories, and works of art. Whether or not Atlantis truly existed, its story reminds us of the power of storytelling and the human desire to explore the unknown. As we continue to search for answers about the origins of humanity and our place in the universe, we can be inspired by the courage and curiosity of those who came before us and by the endless possibilities that lie ahead. The mystery of Atlantis may never be fully solved, but that doesn't mean we can't learn from it. By studying the legends and myths surrounding the lost city, we can gain a deeper understanding of the human condition and the challenges we face. We can also learn about the cultures and societies that came before us and the ways in which they understood the world around them. The search for Atlantis is ultimately a search for knowledge and understanding. It is a reminder that the world is full of mysteries, and that we may never have all the answers. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't keep searching. With each new discovery and each new theory, we move one step closer to understanding the world around us and our place in it. So as we look to the future, let us be inspired by the legacy of Atlantis and the endless possibilities that lie ahead. In the field of archaeology, for example, researchers have discovered evidence of ancient civilizations that match some of the descriptions found in Plato's dialogues. The discovery of the ancient city of Acrotiri on the island of Santorini, for example, has led some to suggest that this may be the inspiration for Plato's story of Atlantis. Similarly, the discovery of the underwater ruins of Heraclean in the Mediterranean has sparked speculation that this may be the remains of the lost city. The search for Atlantis has also been influenced by advances in technology, from satellite imagery to underwater exploration. Many researchers believe that the key to finding Atlantis lies in the use of advanced technologies, such as ground-penetrating radar and acoustic scanning. These technologies have allowed researchers to explore the seafloor and identify potential sites that may match the descriptions found in Plato's dialogues. One of the most significant discoveries in recent years is the finding of a large underwater structure off the coast of Cuba, which some believe may be the remains of Atlantis. While this discovery is still shrouded in controversy, it has sparked a renewed interest in the search for the lost city. Other discoveries, such as the finding of ancient artifacts and ruins in the Mediterranean, have also contributed to the ongoing debate about the location and existence of Atlantis. The possibility that Atlantis may have existed is a tantalizing one, and the search for it will continue to drive us to explore and discover. As we look to the future, we are reminded of the importance of continuing to search for the truth about our collective past, and to uncover the secrets that lie hidden beneath the waves. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to check out our other video on what really happened to the dinosaurs. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting content.